You have heard the whispers, man. They're all over the internet, in comment sections, in gyms where guys are just slugging it out. People say Kuk Sool Won is all flash. They'll tell you it looks more like a dance than a real fighting system. They say the forms are useless. The techniques are too complicated for the street. It's not built for the modern world. They look at the high kicks, the spinning moves, the elaborate uniforms, and they write it off. It's a common thing to do. We see something that looks different. It doesn't fit into the neat little box of what we think a fight should look like, and we dismiss it. But is that the whole story? Is it possible we're missing something important here? This video is about taking a second look. Put aside the preconceived notions and the online chatter for a minute. We're going to look at what Kuk Sool Won actually is, straight up. Kuk Sool Won is a comprehensive Korean martial art. The name translates to National Martial Art Association. It pulls from three major streams: tribal arts, Buddhist temple arts, royal court arts. That makes it broad. It covers striking, kicking, joint locks, throws, grappling, pressure points, and traditional weapons. For some, that breadth is a red flag. Jack of all trades, master of none. They worry you can't be good at one thing if you do everything. But what if breadth is the strength in real-world scenarios? The core idea: be prepared for anything. Self-defense isn't sport, it's chaotic. It can start with words, go to a shove, a grab, a punch, and end up on the ground. Systems that only teach striking fail when grabbed. Systems that only teach grappling struggle against multiple attackers. Kuk Sool Won aims to give you a toolbox, principles for all ranges and situations. The goal isn't to be the best boxer or the best wrestler. The goal is to be the best survivor, to have an answer for whatever comes your way. Let's dig into the myths and see how this plays out. Let's get right into the big criticisms. The first one you always hear is that Kuk Sool Won is just too flashy, that it's all for show. People see the acrobatic kicks, the spinning falls, the long flowing forms, and they think it's just choreography. They compare it to a gymnastics routine. They'll say, you're never going to do a spinning jump kick in a bar fight. And you know what? They're absolutely right about that. You're not. But that's a massive misunderstanding of what those movements are for. Those flashy moves are training tools. They are designed to build extreme levels of body control, balance, timing, agility. They push your physical limits so that simpler, more direct movements become effortless. The second major myth is that Kuk Sool Won tries to do everything and as a result fails at all of it. Critics will point to a specialist like a high-level boxer, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and say a Kuk Sool Won practitioner can't hang with them in their specific arena. In a pure boxing match, the boxer probably wins. On the ground in a BJJ tournament, the BJJ expert has the edge. But self-defense isn't a tournament. It has no rules. The fact that Kuk Sool Won teaches you how to break a grip, strike the throat, control a joint gives you options that the sports-focused specialist doesn't train for. The system is designed for the chaos of the street, not the controlled environment of the ring. The third big one is that it's not battle-tested. In the age of MMA, people want to see a fighting style proven in the cage. If it's not working in the UFC, they say it doesn't work at all. This is a very narrow view of what tested means. MMA rules ban grabbing small joints, striking the groin, striking the eyes, biting. So how does a move from a form, that dance, become a real-world self-defense technique? Let's break it down with a live example. Imagine a move in a form where you perform a large, circular block with your forearm while stepping to the side. It looks graceful, almost theatrical. And someone might watch that and say, that's too slow. A real punch would hit you before you finish. But they're missing the point. The form is teaching you the raw mechanics in isolation. It's building the muscle memory for the movement pattern. It's like a musician practicing scales. The scales aren't the song, but you can't play the song without mastering the scales. That circular block is a scale. Now let's put it into practice. Someone throws a wild haymaker at you. Instead of doing that big, slow, circular block from the form, you do a much smaller, tighter version of the exact same movement. You use the same body mechanics, turning the hip, rotating the forearm, but you apply it directly to the attacker's incoming arm. The step to the side you practice now becomes a crucial angling off motion that takes you out of the line of fire. Suddenly, that dance move has just deflected a punch and put you in a dominant position on the outside of your attacker's body where they can't easily hit you with their other hand. But it doesn't stop there. The form contains the next step. Let's say the next move in the form is to grab your own wrist and push forward. After you've deflected the punch, your hand is already on the attacker's arm. The push becomes a drive into their elbow joint, creating a simple but brutally effective joint lock or break. It's not flashy, it's direct, efficient, and it came straight from the principles taught in that useless form. They have a partner throw a padded punch first slowly, then with more speed and intent. They make you perform the deflection and the lock under stress. You drill it over and over until the connection between the form and the function is automatic. Without that translation, the form is just a dance. With it, it becomes a blueprint for survival. At its core, Kuk Sool Won is not about being stronger or faster than your opponent. It's about understanding mechanics and leverage. It's physics applied to the human body. Many techniques look complex or soft because they aren't about brute force. They're about redirecting the attacker's energy and attacking the joints. Think of a heavy door. Trying to shoulder it open versus turning the handle and pushing the far edge. That's leverage. Kuk Sool Won finds the handle. Example, a simple wrist lock. Someone grabs your shirt with one hand. The brute force response is to pull away, but if they're stronger, it's a losing tug of war. A Kuk Sool Won response uses leverage. Place your hands on theirs, not to pull, but to fold their wrist at an unnatural angle. Drive with your whole body, pain and control. Leverage applies everywhere. Throws and strikes. A throw isn't lifting, it's off balancing then guiding. A strike connects fist to ground up power through legs and hips, forming a kinetic chain. These hidden body mechanics are invisible from the outside. Subtle details turn gentle moves into powerful ones. It's the science behind the art. Flashy training looks showy, acrobatic flips and high-level break falls, but they're drills for body awareness and control. Flashy moves are an extreme tool to build a skill. Practical application is simple, grounded use of that skill. It's about mastering your own machine. Theory and mechanics are great, but people want to know, does it actually work for real people in real situations? There was a woman, a nurse, who was leaving her late night shift. A man grabbed her from behind, pinning her arms. She remembered a simple drill: drop your weight, turn your hips, and strike backward with your elbow. It was a basic move she had practiced hundreds of times. The strike landed, he let go, she ran. It wasn't a movie scene, it was one effective move that worked. I heard another story from a guy who worked as a bouncer. Smaller than most, he rarely had to punch. His go-to was a simple joint lock. Secure a wrist, secure an elbow, guide them out with leverage. For him, the art wasn't about winning a fight, it was about managing violence effectively. These testimonials show leverage, timing, and composure under pressure can and do translate to the real world. It's not about looking for a fight, it's about having the quiet confidence that you know what to do if a fight finds you. That's the real value practitioners talk about. One of the biggest challenges for any traditional martial art is staying relevant, The world of 2025 is not the world of ancient Korea. The threats we face today are different. Not mounted warriors with swords, a guy with a knife in an alley, multiple attackers, someone trying to snatch your phone or wallet. So, does Kuk Sool Won have an answer for these modern problems? The answer is yes. But it depends entirely on the instructor and the school. A living art must adapt or it becomes a museum piece. A good modern school applies the art's principles to contemporary threats. They run scenarios, ATM robberies, carjackings. They use the same core techniques: joint locks, throws, vital point strikes in specific situations. Defense against a sword / defense against a wild baseball bat. Swings share the same underlying principles: evasion, distance management, control. If the threat is multiple attackers, the emphasis shifts to footwork, constant movement, positioning, so you only face one at a time. A ground-only course is excellent, but what if you're attacked by 3 people at once? Going to the ground is the last thing you want to do. KSW emphasizes staying on your feet and mobility. The key is training must include pressure testing and realistic scenarios. Practice slow then against a partner who is moving, resisting, and coming at you with speed. When we talk about whether a martial art works, we're usually just talking about the physical fight. But the benefits go much deeper. Discipline to show up week after week, year after year, builds mental fortitude, patience, focus in a distracted world. Then there's the community. You're joining a tribe. Doctors, teachers, mechanics, students, all united by self-improvement, mentoring, and mutual support. Training changes your relationship with fear. By facing controlled stress, sparring, and surprise drills, You learn to stay calm and think clearly under pressure. It improves strength, flexibility, balance, and endurance. Posture, breathing, and alignment counter desk-bound lifestyles. People start for self-defense and stay because they feel better. So when you ask if it works, consider what you want it to work for. If you want a system that builds you as a whole person, traditional arts have a lot to offer. So you've heard the arguments, you've seen how a form can become a functional move, you understand the theory, but none of that matters as much as your own experience. The only way to truly know if it's right for you is to test it for yourself. Find a reputable school in your area. Use straightforward search terms online. Kuk Sool Won near me, Korean martial arts school. Look at their websites. Check out their reviews. See what the local community is saying. Don't just sign up. Go and watch a class. Is it welcoming? Are the students respectful? Watch the instructor. Do they explain the why? Do they give feedback? Participate? Take a free trial or introductory program. Get on the mat. See how the movements feel. Do instructors ensure safety while still pushing you? Ask about their approach to self-defense, how they pressure test techniques, and if they include sparring and resistance training. A good school will welcome those questions. Talk to the other students. Compare with boxing or BJJ trials if you can. See what resonates with you. The goal isn't the best martial art in the world, it's the best one for you. We've looked at the criticisms, flashy, unfocused, not tested. Often that comes from a surface level understanding. Do not judge a martial art by its cover. Judge it by its training methods, the quality of its instructors, and the results in its students. A school that only does forms is a dance studio. One that never pressure tests sells a false sense of security. But a Kuk Sool Won school that honors tradition and embraces modern training, uses forms to teach mechanics, drills to build reflexes, sparring to test skills is formidable. Look for that balance. Look for instructors who demonstrate the path from form to function. Look for safe but challenging training. If you're genuinely curious, the next steps are clear. Go find out. Use online resources, watch respected instructors, but most importantly, take a trial class. Feel the movements, ask the tough questions. See if the philosophy and methods align with your goals. The proof is not in this video, it is on the training floor. Only you can answer, does Kuk Sool Won work? After an honest try. Kuk Sool Won is not a magic bullet. No martial art is. It can be flashy, it can be beautiful, and taught correctly, it can be incredibly practical and effective. Don't let the whispers decide. Go to the source. Form your own opinion based on real experience. You might be surprised by what you find. Thank you for viewing. If you want more, select a video on your screen and I will see you there.